More visitors for fiscal 2016. Feed mill deemed a profitable business for the island and saving victims of domestic violence.
Info
Update.
bringing you the latest
News, views, and reviews.
along with responses
comments and events
affecting you.
brought to you by the Information Division of the Tobago House of Assembly.
We start off this afternoon's program with news of tourism. For the upcoming fiscal year, this island wants to attract even more visitors. Here's more in this Caroline Wallace report.
The approved recurrent expenditure for tourism for the upcoming fiscal year is over $170 million, and there are new projects geared at increasing tourist arrivals. Secretary of Tourism and Transportation Tracy Davidson Celestine says the division hopes to maintain the current airlifts to Tobago and attract new ones. In winter 2016, she says a new airline, Thomas Cook, will be servicing Tobago from the UK.
We will be targeting 2 new airlines to the destination for this season. One from North America, serving either Canada or USA. We have been behind a Canadian flight for the longest time, but that continues to remain an outstanding arrangement for us. And we are also looking to secure a direct flight from the Scandinavian countries.
Mrs. Davidson Celestine says her division is also looking towards developing a cruise port.
The discussions have started. Royal Caribbean was here last week. They have met with the Chief Secretary, and we are looking to see what effort can be made in that regard. And the marina, we have a line item now in our budget for marina, and again, the Chief Secretary did point to that, and discussions are continuing.
The Division of Tourism and Transportation wants to achieve year-round cruise tourism on the island. The Secretary's goal is to have 2 port calls during the off-peak season for the upcoming fiscal year. I'm Caroline Wallace for Info Update.
The findings of a 2013 to 2014 feasibility study indicate that a feed mill business in Tobago can be profitable. Here's Omodara Mills with some reasons why.
Tobago currently uses about 3% of the feed produced in Trinidad. Despite this, there's a constant shortage of feed for animals. The Venture Capital Equity Fund Limited is willing to support the establishment of a feed mill on the island. Chairman of the company, Anthony Pear, says there are many advantages to this kind of business.
If we can do that, it will redound to the benefit of all Tobagonians in terms of providing jobs, in terms of engendering greater economic activity on the island, in terms of being able to feed ourselves in the first instance, and then feed the many tourists that we are expecting that are already here, and even more that we expect to visit our shores.
Mr. Pierce says the feasibility study shows that setting up of a small feed mill can produce about 6,000 tons of feed per year, which can generate a profit of $4 to $5 million. The Venture Capital Equity Fund is a special financing company in the Division of Finance and Enterprise Development. The company hopes to use a public-private partnership model to set up and manage the feed mill. I'm Omodara Mills for Info Update.
Domestic violence can affect anyone, but women are more often the victims. One organization in Tobago is seeking to protect and empower these women.
The Division of Health and Social Services initiated the Women's Economic, Technological and Empowerment Center to assist battered women and children in Tobago. Center manager Shirley McKenzie said domestic violence is a concept of power and control. Ms. McKenzie said the center provides domestic violence victims with a support system of social, economic, and technical guidance through counseling.
Perpetrators of violence tend to have a controlling attitude. They want to control their victims. They can be possessive. They can try to keep them away from their friends and families. They can want to control the person's finance, use verbal language to restrain them or to make them feel lesser than a person.
Ms. McKenzie is appealing to women being abused to confide in someone they can trust. She is also calling on those trusted people to act as first responders and to help save the lives of victims of domestic abuse. I'm Josanne Brassi for Info Update.
And that's it from all of us at the Department of Information. I'm Davia Chambers, and you've been listening to Info Updates.